व्यासपीठावरील मान्यवर,
respected personalities on the dais, and brothers and sisters.
माझे मित्र
My old friend
आणि
and old-time
जुने
colleague,
सहकारी, आम्ही एकत्र
we have
काम
worked
केलेलं
together in same area, Sharat Kunte. He has written a beautiful biography, Vikasa Purush, and we can say that he has satisfied the creative hunger of Marathi readers. The book is very useful for everyone desiring to know about Narendra Modi. Ravindra Pandit has brought out a neat and smart book. He needs to be congratulated for the good work. The distinguishing factor about the biography is out of total 300 pages, nearly 160 pages are devoted to the development work done by Modi in Gujarat. Nearly 30-35 pages talk about Gujarat riots, and the rest of the pages depict the other aspects of his personal life. It is very important that the maximum pages are devoted to the work Modi has achieved in Gujarat. People often describe it as incredible, magical, miracle, something beyond human or superhuman.
हे म्हणजे काही हे अमानवीय आहे असं काहीतरी एका प्रसिद्ध अर्थतज्ञाने म्हणलं.
Noted economist Dholakia said that these words are useless. The biography effectively portrays how a common man can bring about extraordinary results if he has a vision, passion, commitment, and precision of thought regarding the goal. The book reveals how he brought out various changes by introducing innovative policies, new systems, and processes.
त्यांनी आखलेल्या नवीन व्यवस्था, प्रक्रिया यातून
The biography throws light on two striking qualities of Narendra Modi.
मोदीच्या चरित्रातून जर दोन ठळक गुण उठून दिसतात तर त्यातला
The first quality is the prepared mind. It is said that everybody gets an opportunity in life. Everyone gets a chance. But what is important is, does the man have the ability to make good use of the opportunity? Has he done enough homework in life? Is he prepared enough to grab the opportunity that comes his way? Many a times, an opportunity comes your way, but it is wasted. The prepared mind is the distinguishing quality of Narendra Modi. The second quality that I have noticed, and it has come out very well in the book, is his pragmatic mind. The person who observes what would be successful in practical life without putting blinkers becomes triumphant in life. Such a person would not normally reinforce failure. Time and again, same, reinforce failure. One such leader was Deng Xiaoping, who changed the destiny of China. In 1962, while addressing young communists, he said, "It does not matter whether a cat is white or black, as long as it catches mice." Such a leader always contemplates on how to achieve success. He is ready to make experiments to achieve success and even have guts to discard the things that are not workable or practicable. Unfortunately, it is not found in Indian politics. The third important thing is the forthcoming general elections in the country is not to elect the new Prime Minister of India. The new trend has been initiated in Indian politics by putting forward the concept of politics based on development.
त्याचे पूर्वसुरी अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी आहेत.
It was Atal Bihari Vajpayee who initiated the process. There is an agenda that is committed to this idea that would eventually bring about speedy progress in India.
जलद गतीने विकास घडवायचा हा एक अजेंडा झाला.
At the other side, there are people involved in a system of conventional politics that has created the chains of vested interests.
त्यांना धड काही चांगले काम करू देत नाहीत आणि ते पार बरबटून गेलेले आहेत.
They are trying to mislead the society. The society should understand the difference. We all know Swatantraveer Savarkar always appealed to throw away the 7 chains to achieve Swaraj.
समजून घेतल्या पाहिजेत. आपण
I won't go in details of that.
ज्या 7 बेड्या आहेत त्या फेकून द्या तरच आपल्याला स्वराज्य मिळेल.
It is true that we took pledge for good governance on August 15th, Surajya of Swaraj. But the people who took oath were extremely idealist. They blindly adhered to the system of socialist republic, so much so that India lost its glory and became a subject of mockery for the rest of the world.
ते इतके त्याला घट्ट धरून राहिले आणि त्या समाजवादी समाज रचनेच्या नादी लागत लागत हा देश पुढच्या 50 वर्षात भिलेला लागला. सगळ्या जगाच्या दृष्टीने तो कुचेष्टेचा विषय बनला. ही
Why did it happen? Though the goals were good, did we keep track of directions of progress in the country? Didn't we fail to keep an eye on how small countries of Southeast Asia that became independent after us could make great progress?
आपल्या नंतर स्वतंत्र झालेले आग्नेय आशियातले छोटे छोटे देश इतक्या वेगाने
Unfortunately, India had to pay a great price for all this.
आणि त्याचं दुर्दैवाने
Because of economic bankruptcy in 1991, Narasimha Rao government had to change the economic policy of India out of compulsion. We must say that Rao government did take some daring decisions. But there is a difference between decisions taken out of compulsion and decisions taken out of conviction.
करणं आणि अंडर कन्व्हिक्शन एखादी गोष्ट करणं.
We could see that during the rule of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, many reforms were introduced in various fields. During the regime, reform became a watchword. One cannot think of progress or growth without reforms.
प्रोग्रेसची कल्पनाच करू शकत नाही. ग्रोथची कल्पनाच करू शकत नाही आणि तो इन्क्लुसिव्ह होईल ही आपण अपेक्षा बाळगणं ते चुकीचं आहे. तर या सगळ्याचं फंडामेंटल जे होतं
Ashok Chaugule has rightly described socialism in India as crony socialism.
जो एक क्रोनिक सोशलिझम आमचे अशोकराव चौगुले
The UPA government changed the crony socialism into crony capitalism.
च्या काळामध्ये
If one has to break the deadlock and make the common man the beneficiary of the progress in the country, then it is essential to adopt the agenda and values of development politics initiated by Vajpayee government.
आणि खऱ्या अर्थाने ह्या देशातल्या सामान्य माणसाला इथे होणाऱ्या प्रगतीचा लाभदायक बनवायचा असेल तर ही जी एक प्रकारची विकासाच्या राजकारणाची जी मूल्य विशेषतः आपल्याला वाजपेयी सरकारने घालून दिली आणि
Many experiments were made in different states that gave momentum to economic progress. The NDA government lost power in 2004.
प्रगतीमध्ये जो वेग आला तो ह्या आर्थिक धोरणांमुळे आला हे आपल्याला विसरता येणार नाही. तसंच 2004 साली एनडीएचा पराभव जरी झाला
Even the eminent economists like Bhagwati and Panagaria have accepted that the rate of economic development achieved by the UPA 1 government was the effect of revolutionary economic policies introduced by NDA government. It is a reality. Modi's strong belief in development politics is visible in Gujarat. While implementing this, so many other things are seen in Gujarat in last 10 years. Law and order situation. There are no riots, no confusion, and no uproar. That is the backbone of progress. If a society is healthy, then progress can be achieved speedily. Reforms at various levels, energy, water, land acquisition, infrastructure, education, and governance are introduced. All pervasive reforms have brought out development. What is termed as magical is the result of teamwork, where all have joined hands to form a well-synchronized orchestra. The book effectively portrays that what was achieved in Gujarat by Modi is not the success of an individual, but the success of a teamwork. To say in simple words, to have 2 or 3 majestic personalities in the society is not enough to elevate the entire society. The leader who can raise LCM of common man can make progress. If the LCM is low, the society remains shallow. If the leadership has power to raise the LCM of common man, then he can bring about long-lasting effects in the society.
क्षमता आहे की त्या समाजाला लसणीवर आणायचा, तर तो खऱ्या अर्थाने चिरस्थायी अशा प्रकारचे परिणाम समाजाला देऊ शकतो. ते त्या नेतृत्वाचं एक फार मोठं यश. हे जे तुम्ही त्याचे जे उपक्रम दिले की कशा प्रकारे त्यांनी घडून आणलं, तर घडून आणण्याच्या मागचं हे एक धोरण.
The book throws light on the policy and planning to achieve progress in Gujarat. In the beginning of the 20th century, if one had to name the tallest leaders in the world, the names that came to mind were Churchill, Hitler, Stalin, Lenin, Mao, and Nehru in our country. But at the end of the 20th century and in the beginning of 21st century, we find that there are no more tall leaders. The list of leaders who left a deep impact on human history would be totally different now. People like Deng in China and Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore were the leaders with lofty vision. Today in India, Narasimha Rao and Vajpayee are considered as prominent prime ministers of India.
सिंगापूरचे किंवा डेंग त्या प्रकारच्या माणसांचं की ज्यांची दृष्टीच एवढी मोठी आहे.
Modi's speech in Delhi can be called vision document. The book includes the chapter Modi's quotes. Everyone dreams at night. I am the one who dreams during the daytime and obsessed to realize them, he says.
स्वप्न पडतात, पण दिवसा ज्यांना स्वप्न पडतात.
Today in India, we do not need a leadership that will carry out temporary repairs. Today, there is a policy paralysis, frustration, and despair. The eminent economist John Maynard Keynes had described the global recession as magneto problem.
काळात जो एक आशेचा अंकुर निर्माण झाला होता, पुन्हा
If the revolutionary leaders that emerged at the beginning of the decade, like Lenin, Stalin, and the revolutionaries we recently saw in Delhi, had to repair the magnetic trouble, the revolutionaries would try to start the car by hitting the hammer in their hands. But a leader like Narendra Modi will go under the bonnet, detect the problem, and then repair it. We need such a leader today.
हातोडा आहे की त्या मॅग्नेटोवरती हातोडा मारला तर ती गाडी कधीच चालू होणार नाहीये. नरेंद्र मोदींसारखा माणूस तो मॅग्नेटो ट्रबल आहे का, तो बॉनेटच्या खाली जाईल आणि तो काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे तो दुरुस्त करून ती गाडीला किक स्टार्ट करेल. आत्ता देखील आपल्या देशाला अशाच प्रकारच्या नेतृत्वाची आवश्यकता आहे.
If India has to gain the prominent position in the world, we need to have a leader like Narendra Modi, who has courage to take a big leap and has a foresight to realize the dreams. I thank Kunte for the book he has written and made it available to us. Thank you.
दिलं त्याबद्दल त्यांचं धन्यवाद.